Okay, enough preamble. Let's just get back to it.
Back to it.
Sorry, we had a little microphone trouble. It was.
Shoot, wrong way.
Yeah, I do that. I do that every time. Cool.
Oh, no, it's more on your side.
I moved.
Hey, Randy.
It's Randy. How's it going, my friend?
Hey, what's up,
Good to
man?
see you. You're internet famous now.
Movie?
Yeah, actually, we're making a movie. We're live right now on the
How
internet.
you?
Good, how are you?
Right on. I like that shirt.
Take care, man.
Yeah, you take it easy, Randy. Good to see you. That'll be our next episode. We're going to sit down with an in-depth interview with Randy.
There we go now.
He's internet famous now. Randy just came through. All
So
right.
yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
with
let me
you.
get the.
Writer?
I'm going to get the stream back up in case anyone comes back. It usually takes a few minutes for people to get back into the.
Oh, so we're not going?
Yeah,
Oh.
We're going, but once it tells everyone that we're going live,
Yeah.
it takes a minute for people to actually get back in the room. It's my excuse for no one being there anyhow.
I'll just do my best Shirley Temple.
That's a pretty good Shirley Temple you got. Would you like me to do my best Shirley Temple?
Nope.
I'm going to need a sucker. Just.
Have you ever watched Black Books?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Belly Savalas.
I will not do Belly Savalas. Give me enough beers, I might do the Truffle Shuffle, but Belly Savalas is out.
I've never actually seen the Truffle Shuffle movie. What is that?
You've never seen Goonies? Oh my gosh,
never seen
Bailey.
Goonies.
I know the movie we're watching. It's one of my absolute favorite movies of all times. I saw it 4 times in the theater when it was still new.
I was such a little pretentious kid
It's all right.
that I just know. I hated, what was it, the Infield movie?
Oh,
Or it was baseball.
You're Killing Me
Kids.
Smalls, The Sandlot.
Yeah, Sandlot, Goonies,
And-
any of those ilk, I was like,
The Sandlot was a long time after the Goonies, and by that point I was older, and I just wasn't too into The Sandlot. I mean, it was cute. I thought it was an adorable movie, but it caught on to kids younger than me more than it did me.
I just remember watching it on like a Greyhound on a field trip on the way to Gatlinburg and hating it.
So
'cause
under
I couldn't
ideal
turn it off. Yeah.
ideal situation.
Forced. I was a captive audience. That's the worst time to be forced to watch a movie.
I watched that movie last at Yeehaw Brewery down the street.
No kidding.
I was there on a Sunday afternoon, and I was talking to the bartender, and apparently every Sunday afternoon they run a movie.
For a
And
second,
then-
I thought you were going to say they always run the Goonies on Sunday.
No,
It's
but they have run Goonies. That's
Yeah.
what started. We were talking
Yeah.
about they had run the Goonies a couple weeks earlier, and it's like this week's movie is The Sandlot, and so
Yeah.
we put it on, and I'm just drinking my beer, and I was just watching it. Like, oh, you're killing me, Smalls. It was cute, but the Goonies is on a whole nother level.
I was in a hostel in Salzburg, Austria, that always played, like 2 times a week, played, oh shit.
Sing it.
I can't even think
It's
of the
about-
lyrics. It's about Nazis.
It's sad when it's about Nazis, and yet that doesn't narrow it down. The Sound of Music.
Sound of Music.
How did I
They
do
played-
that?
I know. How did you pull that famous movie out of your pocket? Yeah, they played The Sound of Music twice a week. I think twice on Sundays. 3 times a week, twice on
You
Sundays.
see, going back to childhood, my mom loved Gone with the Wind, and so she would watch it, and I'm a troublesome little boy, so I don't want to watch Gone with the Wind. Hated this movie. Hated it. Didn't like Gone with the Wind. Won't watch Gone with the Wind. So I dated this girl that liked Gone with the Wind, and I ended up watching Gone with the Wind, and I'm trying to put positive mental attitude watching Gone with the Wind. I actually really enjoyed it, and to this day, I like Gone with the Wind. So
Yeah.
it can happen.
I've only seen it once, and I feel like I need to see it again because I don't actually remember
If
it
it's
well.
different when you're watching it as an adult than it
Yeah.
is when you watch it as a kid,
I'm
because it has so much more meaning. And
I'm all for Rhett Butler.
I'm gonna let you serve me barbecue is funnier every year that goes by to me. I don't know why.
See, I don't even remember that reference.
It's the big thing. She's got all these gentlemen suitors.
Yeah.
And they all want to serve her barbecue. And that's not a euphemism. They want to go get her a sandwich. And I mean, if I said it, it would totally be a euphemism. You got some good-looking barbecue there.
What was I just watching last night? I was just watching something last night.
I wish I'd had time lately to watch anything.
I don't know. Oh, I watched Vicky Cristina Barcelona again last night.
Oh, yeah.
Have you not seen that yet?
No, you keep teasing me with it. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
It's a good movie
You've
now to
built
put
it
in
up
the background.
so much, I really want to see it.
It's one of my favorite Scarlett Johansson roles.
Yeah. When she's great, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, finally the chat room's starting to load up. I think we're pushing this brand new internet connection here to the edge because someone kind of kicked it up high. But I think our stream looked good. I was watching, I was spot checking it. I hope so anyhow. Nobody complained too much. It just does not like loading these web pages.
Nope.
I guess the stream is just taking up all of the... Oh well, we'll just let it run. We're drinking Catawba. It was
lime.
It had a touch of lime in the beer. I forget the name
I'm trying to
of it.
remember the name.
It's really good.
It is really
I didn't
good.
think I'd like it.
It's nice. I will say this. In 2 weeks, it's gonna be out of my drinking window.
Oh.
Like
It's a seasonal.
It's a summery beer.
It really is.
I want to right now. I want to be sitting outside with a palm tree above me.
Right. It doesn't have a lime taste. It's just that nice little
It's
citrusy
very
cut.
faintly, very faintly lime. I always say, if there's a recipe with lemon, put lime in it, and it'll be 1,000 times better.
I'm a much bigger lime fan.
Me too, lime.
Citrusy
Oh, and
stuff I don't do in general.
good old key limes.
No, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, but we were talking about Goonies. You need to see the Goonies because that's one of those classic coming-of-age movies. I mean, The Sandlot is a quick little romp adventure. Oh, here we go. Finally, we've got the chat
There we
room's
go.
up. Hey, Joseph.
I know I need to see it. I know.
Randy. And Angels in the Outfield. You know, I saw Angels in the Outfield when it came out, again, in the theater. I really like that movie.
No, wait. Is Angels in the Outfield the one where they're like, build it and they will come?
No, that was Field of Dreams.
Oh, because I loved Field of Dreams as a kid.
Field of Dreams is
and,
fantastic.
Oh, what's the one with the girls' baseball team?
A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own.
Another great,
I feel
great
like
movie.
a 40-year-old suburban mom because I can't remember any names of movies or famous people.
It's okay. Once you go through the name of everyone that lives in the apartment house before you call my name, that's when you're falling
That's when
into
to
that
worry.
trap. Yeah.
When I start calling you verbal.
Right. A verbal Monica, Cat. I mean,
Someone- Beardy.
Liz, you, whatever's left. That's how my mom does it.
Yep.
But Angels in the Outfield was early 90s. I want to say that. No, he has to be too old for this. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I want to say he starred in it as a kid that could see angels. Christopher Lloyd was the angel. And they told him they were helping him build the baseball team, and so there's this really big, spectacular scene at the end where it's just a good humanity moment. Everybody comes together against bad things, and it was just a real good. It's a great feel good movie, and I did like that. I like baseball. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I love a good baseball movie. A League of Their Own. Field of Dreams, The Natural. I
Never
get
seen The
choked up
Natural.
at The Natural. It was Robert Redford. That was the first baseball movie I ever saw. It was like 1979, way overproduced in today's taste, but
I do remember Hardball.
Hardball, yeah.
That came out when I was in middle school, and I went to go see it.
Remember in The Natural, Redford plays a baseball player that dies and then gets reincarnated. But he's no longer a baseball player.
No, of course not.
Or it's complex. I don't want to run it too much. And Goodies is right. And Joseph says Goonies is prime '80s movie awesomeness. It is Chris Columbus, one of the absolute most pivotal '80s movie directors. If it's a feel good movie, it's either going to be Chris Columbus or director of The Breakfast Club. Oh no, my brain just shut down.
I know.
Yeah.
Fancy computers here
Oh my God.
in our hands.
Oh, why does my brain have to do this the worst possible time? John Hughes. I didn't even have to look it up. John Hughes was the consummate 80s movie director. Everything that we think of as an 80s coming of age movie was a John Hughes movie that somebody else said, let's do this like John Hughes did it. And Goonies was Chris Columbus, and all of Chris Columbus's stuff was like that. There was the Better Off Deads. I could go on about 80s movies. Because that's when I was a teenager. That's when I was going to see everything.
Yeah.
It was rad. Boss.
It was Boss.
Yeah.
I can't remember movies I saw in high school. I can remember movies I saw in middle school.
Really? I must have had a much better time in high school than
I was working in high school, so I feel like I missed a lot of movies. I of course saw Juno, which I introduced to you.
Right.
Because
Fantastic
that's like
movie.
that's like the Breakfast Club of my generation. Yeah, I can't really remember watching movies, but I don't think I liked movies.
Yeah.
I think I was kind of one of those people who was like, if I've got an hour and a half to sit down, I'm not going to be doing that.
Yeah. Sadly, when the 90s came, I didn't like anything that was popular. So
Yeah.
I missed out on all of the 90s movies everyone
Yeah.
loves because everyone liked it, therefore it has to suck. It's cutting out a bit. Oh, no. It's probably... Let me take a look here. Joseph says their stream is cutting out a little bit. We're actually going out decently. I mean, Bailey's shimmy is totally intact here.
Totally intact shimmy.
We don't have an incomplete shimmy. Houston. Roger.
I'm trying to get him to start like a Dancing with the Stars show. Just us, though.
I could do it.
And
I could do it.
we mostly just do like...
I may look like a great big hairy lump sitting here, but I am a good dancer. Mom says I'm a good dancer.
It's easy to dance. You just have to have rhythm.
I got it. I've won a dance
got
contest or two in my day. Bragging, but I totally won them.
All I know is my hips don't lie.
I lie like bastards. Sorry, Joseph. I will try to stop this, but it really
We'll
looks.
see.
We can't actually look at the stream and upload at the same time for some reason. I think it's my lap. Actually, maybe because I'm trying to. I'll turn that off and maybe conserve a little bit of.
Yeah,
why it
maybe
keeps
moving
spinning.
out of here was moving out of the main.
We did get a little further
place.
away from the
Yes.
antennas.
We did. Stupidly.
It'll all come out in post,
My
and if it doesn't look good, I'm recording this and we'll upload it directly. I've done that before. Nobody even noticed. Right on. So we'll do the best we can. This is an extra.
This
You
is an
know.
extra.
you get an extra.
You all are lucky you're getting it, period.
Still seems to go in and out. Okay. There's just not a lot of adjustment we can do at this point. I got green lights, and I have a light that says green if it's okay, and it changes color if it's not. I've got other options. Let's troubleshoot. But no real news this week in Johnson City that I can think
No, I
of.
didn't actually see much this week as far as news went. To be fair, this is one of those weeks that just absolutely flew by.
Me too. I've been so busy.
Like, it feels like yesterday was Monday.
I woke up this morning like, oh crap, it's Thursday and I haven't made any graphics for the show. I haven't done anything, so I knocked them all out this morning.
Oh, man.
Slowly getting to the live streaming part. Hey, we picked up
working on it.
26 subscribers. How's that?
When did that happen?
I don't know. Fools.
Yeah, no.
Okay, gonna go to the stream health here and see what old YouTube thinks. Doesn't think anything
tick,
right
tick,
now.
Tick, tick, yep. It's
So after our main show, I told Jamie the story of how I became an announcer, and I think I'm gonna share that.
yes. It
was 2007 probably. Yeah, probably 2007, because it was before I started actually doing it. So it had to be 2006, 2007. Little City Roller Girls were doing a fundraiser because they had to raise a lot of money before they could start the team. And they went to Kahoot Nannies, and in Kahoot Nannies, we had a spanking booth. They had a band playing in the back. I think I won a box of condoms. They had raffle prizes
Always
like that.
useful.
Yeah, well, especially spanking booth. You never know what's going to happen. I'd had an unfortunate incident with love that night. Oh yeah, you're right, Joseph. We got red lights. Oh well.
Oh no.
I'll upload a video. Thanks for sticking out with us. It's probably where we moved in here.
Yeah, that's on me.
It's okay. Don't worry. We'll upload a backup copy of this, and it should be okay because the backup's looking pretty good. And I've got it on a higher bandwidth. But they were giving away. They were selling spankings. I thought they were selling them too slow. I was rip roaring drunk, so I don't know, sell these spankings. So I started forcing people to buy spankings. And then one of the roller girls, turns out, had a whole bandolier of paddles, like from small ones to the big pizza board paddles. And I started charging by paddle size. So we went from like $1, just a little paddling, and $5 was the pizza board.
The big paddle.
And believe me, the girl that owned this, she knew what she was doing. And,
I'm just imagining the sound.
Yeah, I'll never forget that sound. That smacking sound. But they said they'd never made that much at a fundraiser ever.
Yeah. And
they asked me if I would announce their new roller derby thing that was coming up. And I was like, sure, I don't know what that is. I'll do it. I'd always been a big boxing fan. And I love the boxing ring announcers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but never had a chance. So that's how I ended up, through Kahoot Nannies, becoming a professional announcer and putting out terrible quality live streams. There it goes.
Ooh, it's green.
Whatever magic just happened, it just kicked in. Oh well.
Who knows?
Just,
now it's red again.
We're just going to do it for the recording.
Yeah, we'll just do it for the recording. Yeah, I was thinking. So when you mentioned, so you said your dad had said that maybe I was taught a weird dialect.
Yeah, when he was in Germany, and keep in mind this is 1962.
Yeah.
He knew a guy who was fluent in German.
Yeah.
And he said that it turned out that the people in the German he learned was a northern dialect.
Yeah.
And they were in the south of Germany.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to talk this, perfectly acceptable high German, but it was in the northern dialect and just nobody.
Yeah.
I have the same problem when I speak Spanish. I learned Spanish from an Argentinian.
Oh, so no Spaniards
no one knows where my accent comes from.
Yeah, no, like, well, no, so I was taught Hanover German, which is about the equivalent of Cambridge English.
Oh, okay.
But when I went to Berlin, I could see how maybe, Hanover German is very high German.
Right.
But I remember I sort of picked up some things while I was there. Then I went to Austria, where people were like, who are you?
We don't know what you're talking.
We don't know what you're saying. No, they were very polite, but definitely just like...
It's like when
Okay.
La Perla, one of my favorite restaurants, I go in and I try to talk Spanish. No, just say what you want in English.
Yeah, no.
That's defeat, I feel, after that.
Then I went to Hamburg earlier this year, which is totally different from the Austrian accent and the Berlin accent. So I had sort of a bastardization of both. And I was trying to order breakfast, and this guy called over this waitress and was like, Here's some people who don't really speak German. I was like, oh.
These people think they speak German, but they don't.
I mean, it's fair.
DJ
it's
Ray's
fair.
back. Hey, DJ Ray.
DJ
Sorry,
Ray.
we've got some video problems. Joseph has said that it's kind of kicking in and out, and I'm seeing red lights, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it, so I'll be uploading a better version of this later on.
Yeah, you'll just get our beautiful, beautiful voices.
I hope we get to keep this picture.
That's
You kind of have that Scarlett Johansson look about
Right
you.
now,
In that frame, yeah.
yeah, that's a good look for me.
No one else sees it.
But yeah, it is sort of funny. It's sort of funny, I think, as an American, to try to speak another language because we're not raised to speak other languages.
Right.
So I was like actively trying to practice, and I'm sure it was just very frustrating because I was like, no one can understand what I'm saying.
I failed. I think one of the only classes I ever failed in high school was Spanish. So I took it for 3 years.
Oh my God.
And by taking it for 3 years, I actually completely understand how to speak it. I just have a pitiful vocabulary because the teacher was so awful. I just refused. And everyone makes fun of me when I speak my Argentinian dialect.
That is weird that you were taught an Argentinian
She was
dialect.
a little Argentinian lady. So she was just teaching me like they spoke it at home.
But that's weird as shit.
Welcome to my life.
That she would be hired.
It was a public school.
Bye.
See y'all.
But
I guess they're wanting us to pay here pretty soon. Are they closing?
I think they close their kitchen at like 10 or something, but they're still open for a while. Yeah, I took French in high school, and I made A's, and then I forgot every little bit of French I knew. And even when I try to do the accent now, can't do it. Like,
I find it's a lot more difficult than Spanish.
It is a lot more difficult than Spanish.
Keeping the accent consistent for me. A friend of mine, well, she joined the roller derby team, and she was French, and I just felt it was only kind to learn French because she was always wanting to teach me French so she could have someone to talk to, and I was like, okay, I'll learn bad French, and I did really bad.
Oh, man.
Which is still, my dad taught me German when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Which is just enough to start a fight in any situation. It was GI German. He was stationed there.
I want to know GI German.
So I literally,
my
you
God.
got to see this little book. I'll have to dig it out of my parents' house. It's this little book. It's called GI German, and all it does is give basic commands, but then written in the back. All the soldiers got together. He was in the army and wrote down every cuss word.
Yeah.
How to proposition girls. How to start a fight, how to tell somebody they're some bitches, that kind of stuff, all written in the back of the book. So that's how I learned to speak German.
Can I tell you a German word I learned yesterday?
What's that?
I'm not 100% I'm pronouncing it right. Rotzlöffel, which means brat, or literally snot spoon.
Snot spoon. That's awesome. I just want to call people snot spoon.
I love it.
DJ Ray, you've seen me dance.
And like Taylor Swift too, like me, Taylor Swift, because I take offense at that.
I have danced like Taylor Swift. I think Shake It Off is one of the finest dances of our modern times.
And yet she can't seem to shake it off. Have you
No.
seen her new song video?
Gosh. I never wanted to talk about Taylor Swift, but I've watched that. I watched it several times going, am I missing something? And
No, you're not missing anything.
Janet Jackson once released an album where she wanted to get out from under the pop star background. She didn't want to be one of the Jacksons anymore, and she said, "I'm in control," and it was one of the best albums of the 20th century.
NPR.
This is not it.
No.
Taylor Swift did not do that.
NPR did a little interviewee thing with 3 people about the. Bye.
See you, Randy.
About the new Taylor Swift single, and one of the people said it's like Taylor Swift's going through her hot topic period, and that is so accurate.
Actually, that nails it.
It nails it.
It's just
Absolutely.
a bad song.
It's a bad song.
It's whiny.
Well, that's the thing. Is someone else in this interview said she had an opportunity to genuinely stop playing the victim.
Yeah.
And she didn't do it.
In fact, she went the opposite way.
She went the opposite. She just doubled down on her victimhood.
And she became the victim that just doesn't care anymore, which is giving up.
Well, and that's what Shake It Off kind of was.
Right.
Is she's the victim, but she's shaking it off. But
That's
she's
true.
not, because she keeps making fucking songs about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready to pay up whenever you get a minute. I'll get it. I'll get all of it.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, right
well,
on.
thanks.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah, me too. Any day. So yeah, I saw something. It's always dangerous to look at Facebook comments, and on that NPR article, the top comment was something about how they weren't going to read it because it was so sexist to say she was playing the victim or something like that. And I was like,
it's not sexist when you're actually playing the victim.
Right. No, it's right,
it's kind of
exactly.
gender neutral.
That is a gender neutral thing.
Because anyone can play the victim. And
anyone can be an asshole. Anyone can.
Yeah. And I see what she's trying to do. She's trying to do what the Monkees did before. Janet Jackson did it. Miley Cyrus did it.
What about the Monkees doing? What did the Monkees do?
The Monkees did it first.
Did what?
They broke out of the mold. They said that I am not this pop culture figure you see. I'm not this cartoon.
What album was that?
Head. It was their movie. Their entire movie was about saying we're not this image that you saw on television, but it never really got. They broke up immediately afterwards. Thank you. I appreciate it. But it's in line of groups that say I'm moving on to a new phase of my life. Madonna did it.
Right, and that's like I said, that's what the article said. She had the opportunity. She just didn't fucking take it.
Yeah. Great artists should probably redefine themselves every now and again. But Taylor does not.
No, because even when she redefines herself, it's never... It's kind of like... I think of it as playing dress up for her.
It's like instead of redefining herself, she's going, I wish I was like that.
Or it's like going to a Halloween party where she's like, I'm going to be edgy now. And then she does a song about,
But you know that when you see her at work on Monday,
right,
she's going to be exactly the same.
You're still Janet, okay?
Damn it, Janet.
Damn it.
Right.
I know, and I'm not, and I will say, I want to clarify, I'm not a Taylor Swift hater. I'm also not a Taylor Swift, super fan. I will admit when her songs are good.
I'm the same, and I do really like a lot of her songs.
She's got some
it's just
great,
this
great
new
songs.
One is definitely not it.
Hit and a miss.
I mean, I don't even like the video.
No.
I tried watching the video, and
her
it's just
hair
awkward.
drives me insane. Who? The poodle haircut?
Yeah.